Greetings to all of you. Welcome to Code Sprint. Here on this channel, we are starting a new series in data structures and algorithm, and we are covering the first data structure, which is array, and possibly its algorithm, which is applied also. We have also uploaded videos on DBMS and computer networks. You can also check out those videos to understand the process of teaching. So let's start with our first problem. So our first problem is container with most water, which is a very famous LeetCode problem. It says that in a given array of heights, we have to find the most water between two heights, maximum water between two heights. So it can be done in various ways. So let's discuss those ways. So let me take the pen. Pen is smooth. So this example says that we have 1, 8, 6, 2, 5, 4, 8 again, 3, and then 7. So we have to find the maximum water contained between the two heights. The first approach should be that we can traverse this array two times in a nested loop format. We can pick this element, and we can find the water contained between these two, then this two, then this two, then this two, then this two. So, and then we will pick this element, second one, and we will do the similar. We will find the water contained with this, this. So it will take two loops when we pick each element and we then apply a nested loop to traverse the subsequent element to find the maximum water. It will need two loops which and traverse the array repeatedly. So it travels the array n times twice. So what should brute force code look like? For example, I picked the first height 1, checked it with 8. I found that the water contained, area of the water contained is, you can say that minimum height is 1, so height should be 1, and the width is also 1. So height into width, and the area of uh, water is also 1. Then we can check 1 with 6. Say the similar thing happens, but here the width increases with 2. So width is this distance, you can see. This is width for the first, for the second. This is width. Width is breadth. You can also say space between two. चौड़ाई in Hindi. So we can do this repeatedly with 1, 2, 1, 8, 1, 6, 1, 2. Then we will, and so on. And then we can do this with 8, like 8, 6, 8, 1, first of all. We did it, so we are not doing it. 8, 6, then 8, 2, then 8, 5, and so on. But this takes so much time. We are traversing each and every element and checking its element ahead for the area of water. So we are traversing each and every element. So and big of and time is there, big of and time is there, and we are also traversing it again to map with each element, like in 8 mapping with every element, 1 mapping with every element. So again it is n minus 1 time. So subsequently n square time complexity will achieve, which is very bad time complexity, will take much more time, which should not be taken. So we will not use the brute force approach for this because it takes many more time. It is not an optimized approach. So here, which approach should work? So to hold water between two heights, the water is settled at the smaller height. So we should find the smaller height from the two ends of this array, which is mentioned by this graph. Let me again. So we have a one pointer here, which will I call the left pointer, and we have the one pointer here, which I call the right pointer. We will compare the height between the two. We will take the smaller one and we will find the area. Okay, so here the area is, we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 into 1, so 8 units for now. For first pointer evaluation, we have 8 units of area of water. Then we'll go where we found the greater height, we'll move that pointer to the left side so that we can find a more smaller pointer, but we are not finding it. So we will move the left pointer on the right side. Now we find the smaller pointer here. We again calculate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 into, this is a smaller height, which says 3. 6 into 3, it's 80. So the area updated by 80. Then also we will update the height of R, which is on the smaller end. So here we find the pattern that once the smaller height data where the pointer is pointed should be moved either on left or right to change its height and get another smaller one on the other side. For example, we have seen here when when the pointers are at the extreme ends, we found the smaller end and we calculated it. Now We should also found the smaller end of other side. So we move this left pointer here, then the bigger end is discovered and we find the smaller end. So that's how we can use this approach until these two pointers crosses each other and we can find the water between two heights. Here the approach says is we calculate first we have to calculate both the we have to calculate the area between both the pointers which is initially stated there, and then we should move the pointer which has a smaller height on the right or the left side as required, and we can update the area as we go on until both pointer crosses each other. This is the approach we can use to find the maximum area in an optimized way, which counts into big and time complexity. So let's code this. Let's code both brute force and optimized approach. On this slide, my voiceover is not there, so I am voicing over my code writing on LeetCode platform. So here I first started implemented the brute force approach, which says that you should pair the current element with the future element, all the future elements, to check the area with each. And you can do this with all the elements in the array. So that's how I write the example of 1, 8, 1, 6, 1, 2. I'll write with 8 also. So that's so on, and then I'll write 8, 6, 8, 2. Yes, and so on. Then I'll write the code. This is a very obvious double nested code, double nested loop code. So we have two loops which are nested. I'll make the I have make the variable called max array to store the area in it. I have started the outer loop, then I'll write the inner loop. Inner loop says it will start one step ahead, which states that it is calculating from current to the ahead of current elements. Now what I do that I'll do that max area is equal to max dot max. I'll do this because we want to calculate the maximum area. Mat.max is a function in Java which is used to compare two values and find the maximum one. Where I use that. Then in first argument, I write max area inside the max function. And in second argument, I'll write the smaller height between two because that will contain the water into the difference between two pointers, I and j. This is I approached the brute force. Write the code in very slow manner so you can keep engaged in this. I will have the facility to write the code live, but this time I am not having in on this platform called it is not any platform. It is a usual PPT Power MS PowerPoint. So I don't have here. I got the error, syntax error. I didn't put the semicolon. I fixed it. Here I say that you should get me subscribers to get me some premium lead code. So, so yes, this solution works, but it takes time. So when I submit it, it will give me one more error. You will see. You'll say, now it's giving the time limit exceeded error, which says your code is taking too much time to execute. So it is giving me this error because this code takes big of n square time complexity, which I have written there. I'm also speaking in this video, but you can see I am voicing over it video because the voice removes. I don't know why. Now I'll start to write the optimized approach, which is a two-pointer approach we have discussed above in the approach slide. Oh, I will drag down the test case bar and take pointer on the starting. And first of all, I should take a common pointer for the length of the array, which is n, and starting pointer, which is 0, I with I as name, with j as name as the extreme end pointer, and I will put the condition that these two pointers should not cross each other. That we have discussed in the approach why they should not have crossed each other. Then I'll put two conditions if the height is small. Yeah, first of all, I create the same variable which I have created in the brute force approach for the maximum area. Then I will create a condition in which is to mention that if the height of the pointer with I is smaller, then we should take that pointer. If it is not, then we should take the JS pointer. That's all I am going to return. You can see this. Yes, height I should be less than height J. Then max area is equal to math.max. Oh, really? Okay. So my typing speed it is a bit slow when I'm thinking and writing code, but my thinking speed is not slow. I analyzing my code writing, I can see that I make mistakes in writing the name of variables. No worries, I'll fix it. So here I am moving the pointer, which is at the starting point of array forward. When I found smaller element there, we have discussed that we found the pattern that we should move the pointer where we find the smaller height. Yeah, I done one mistake. You should comment in the comment box what mistake I've done here. I will correct. You see, please you see in this. Yeah, index out of bound. What mistake I've done? J is n minus one, which is at the extreme end. And I also, what I did that I also write J plus plus in the else block. So that causes the index out of bound. So I corrected it. Now all the things now I put the stick. Yeah, yes, I'm writing the reference there so everyone can understand what I'm doing. I'm moving the pointer to right, I'm moving the pointer to left. I'm writing the comments there. Now I will run the code. My code is successfully executed. I will again run the code to show you that my code is really successfully executed. I'm not staging it. Yes, it is executed. I will submit it, then pass all the test cases successfully. So friends, yeah, this is how you should solve this problem in optimized way. So this is the code I have implemented on LeetCode platform in the previous slide. You can take a screenshot of both the codes. Actually, both the codes are written on the same space. Sorry, you can take a screenshot of this of your phone window or anything, laptop, to save this code. So that's how we approach this problem. We will cover more problems in the upcoming videos of array topic. This was fully focused on two pointers approach. Thank you so much for watching this video up to this mark. Please subscribe and hit the like button if you like my teaching style and understand this video. Thank you so much.